George is using every single little surface for growing plants at the moment, so you can tell spring is on the way. So today is my first video of the year where I'll be in the garden, and I'm wearing my homemade flares because I'm hoping to do a few messy activities today. I'm hoping to repot loads of plants ready for spring and stick around for my vegan journey and baking vegan cookies. Story time. When George and I got married, we were really generously gifted a garden centre gift voucher from one of the guys at the Morris Group, and we decided that before we went to Shrewsbury for our kind of big ceremony with friends and family, we decided to stop into David Austin's Roses, which is near Shifnal. And we thought it would be really fitting if we bought a David Austin's rose as a wedding gift, but obviously in the summer we didn't want to buy a rose and then take it to a folk festival, to a wedding, on a honeymoon. So we decided to leave it for a while, but we actually got round to buying it, and this is what it looks like. So this is our David Austin's rose, which we're hoping to pot today. And we decided that we would go for the Charles Darwin variety, as we thought, you know, Charles Darwin is really closely linked to Shrewsbury, which is where we got married at Shrewsbury Castle. So today I'm hoping to repot the rose in this lovely pot here. So let's get going. I hope you enjoy this music. It really reminds me of Rosemary and Thyme. If you've ever watched that TV series, it's brilliant. It follows the lives of two gardeners who end up solving murder mysteries. The actresses are Felicity Kendall and also Pam Ferris, who plays Miss Trunchbull. So I'm really impressed with how this turned out, so I'm going to find a little space for it, and then when we finish the garden, we'll know where to put it. My next task was to pot and repot some cuttings and plants. I have a devil's ivy, also a little jade plant, and I thought it was a pepper, but it is actually a lemon tree. I've chosen some new pots for the plants, and I'm going to try and be as quick as I can because I have a feeling these lovely cared and nurtured indoor houseplants are not going to like the freezing cold. My fingers have already gone numb just from doing the roses, so I'm sure that they're going to dislike it more than I do. So I'm going to start off with these two, and I'm hoping that these will enjoy the bathroom. So let's put these in a hanging plant pot. So I'm going to put these. I'm going to put a pot in the pot just so that watering is going to be a bit easier. It's not going to make a huge mess everywhere. So there it goes. I'm also going to put two plants into one pot because they're the same variety, and I just wanted to be a bit fuller. The delicate part now. Let's make sure that the leaves are pointing upwards so that they can get the sunlight. Okay. Make sure they're in nicely. Because it's a hanging plant, I want them on the outsides. This one has got a new leaf. I'm going to put this one on the other side. I'm going to pat it down quite firmly so it feels loved and supported. And hopefully that should put out new roots very soon. So that's one into the pot, and then hoping that's going to enjoy the bathroom. I've got this tiny little thing here, which I'm going to put probably into the pot which this one is in, because it's a lot smaller, so they can go together. Don't let me forget about you. And now, time for this one, which, yeah, it's definitely time for a new pot now, so I'm just going to break up the roots. So the roots are hopefully now going to spread out, and then in goes that one. Yeah, I think that's a better size for it. You can tell how professional I am in the mess that I'm making. I'll definitely sweep all of this up and still use it, because I don't like the idea of paying for soil when it's all around us. Poor thing looks quite thirsty, so that looks quite nice in that one. I'm happy with that. And then I'm now going to put this one in there, because I think it's going to be a lot happier. It's interesting that it's got such brightly coloured roots. Okay, I think we're going to be a lot happier in there. Lovely. I've got my teeny little pot. And let's have a see. We're going that size. Can we go one size up? Nope, because that doesn't fit. Maybe we go for this nice yellow pot. I know it's a really big upgrade. I think it will look nice long term. Future planning. So don't know why I didn't do that first, but it's just made life so much easier. Done with that pot now. And then put a little hole in the middle and push the roots in. I'm feeling really pleased with myself because I've just had the best idea. I tried it and it works, but I'm going to readjust it so that you can see. So what I'm doing is I'm making a shelf using these tension poles, and I've got my little spirit level, make sure that it's level, obviously. But they actually hold quite a decent bit of weight, and that's just one of them. And I am actually putting a lot of pressure, as you can see it. I don't know if you can see, but it is actually bending as I pull on it. So I've got two of those, and then I'm going to put a little piece of wood across and then make a shelf for all the plants to go on. So I've put the spirit level on, and as you can see, that's pretty good. So I'm testing it that way and also this way, and I'm doing that on both ends just to see that when shelf is there, that it is actually level. So now that that's level, the next thing is we've just got some wood lying under the stairs because the landlord's going to get around to doing the bathroom at some point. But I take this little piece of wood, and it doesn't matter that it's not cut to size, and then you can place it on there and it creates a shelf. It was at this point my microphone cut out, but anyhow, I'm just going to adjust it so that it's actually on the edge so that it's a bit more secure. I was really impressed with how everything turned out, but here's a little time lapse of me doing everything. And here's the finished product. Now into the kitchen for some baking. Whilst doing my weekly shop in Aldi, I stumbled across this Bosch vegan cookie kit. And as I'm trying to adapt to a more plant-based lifestyle, I thought I'd give it a go. Over the last few years, I've experimented with veganism, and after watching the Twins Experiment Netflix documentary, where for 12 weeks they look at different diets and lifestyles, for me it just gave me a boost of motivation to change my lifestyle to suit myself for health and also for the environment. I've spoke to a few people who have watched this documentary, and it's actually amazing that independently quite a lot of people have chose to take on a more plant-based lifestyle from this documentary. I've been loosely keeping some notes on my phone and tracking my vegan journey. I'm not getting too frustrated with myself if I'm not strictly following a plant-based lifestyle, as it's new and I need to kind of ease myself into it. But I've been doing really well, I've been really motivated. And one of the things that's really helped is keeping a track of what I call vegan wins. Things like when I made a pizza, I made a plant-based cheese that was made out of cashew nuts. And to be honest, I think I'm an anomaly in the fact that I can't really taste mozzarella. I don't feel like it actually has a taste for me. So it's more of a texture thing, and this plant-based cheese that I made really just kind of sorted the texture for me on a pizza. I think that it is really difficult to just turn to vegan overnight, and that's why I haven't, and it is taking time. But another thing is my favourite lunch at the moment is this toasty using Aldi's plant-based cheese, and it's super easy. I love toasties anyway, but I really like the taste and texture of this. The mentality I have behind going vegan is more environmentally based. It's thinking, I could have a regular cheese toasty, but if I can choose an option which I don't mind the taste of, which is equally as good, and it doesn't really make a difference to me, but it makes such a huge difference to the environment and my carbon footprint. I feel like it is just those small choices that do make the big difference in the end. When I think about my lifestyle, the biggest factor for me in terms of carbon emissions is from animal-related products. Although I don't personally own a car and we use George's car, most of the time I rely on public transport, which is really great. I really don't buy into fast fashion at all. Charity shopping and creating a kind of reusable lifestyle is what I'm aiming to do. And I'm not saying that I'm Greta Thunberg or that I'm perfect in any way, shape or form, but I think we can all do something small, even if it's just switching your cheese in a toasty to try and make a big difference. And vegan food isn't just great for the planet, it's delicious too. And as I sit down this evening to write in my vegan wins, I can certainly say that this toasty and these cookies have definitely made the list. If you enjoyed this video, please check out my social media. I post more regularly on Instagram, so you can check out what I'm doing. But until next time, take care and see you soon.